Okay, so this is showing how to train a dog to wear a muzzle. At any stage Egg becomes uncomfortable with this, I will not proceed, and I will begin on a stuffed toy. But I will use Egg for as long as he's comfortable. So the first step is to make a connection with the dog that a muzzle is a positive item, and it will be accompanied by positive reinforcement. So anytime he, thank you Egg, good boy, anytime he makes interactions with the muzzle, or even the fact that the muzzle's around, good boy. It's important to treat while the dog is being calm and collected around the muzzle. Good dog. And this is going off Chirag Patel's training method. So good boy. There we are. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So Chirag describes that the next step should be to have the muzzle tied loosely around the dog's neck while you're still treating. I will attempt this, but to be honest, we've always just moved on to the next step with Egg, so if he's not comfortable with this, I will be demonstrating this step on a stuffed animal. Good boy, Eggy. What's this, Eggy? Good boy, Egg. What's this? Good boy. Oh, good dog. Good boy, Egg. Good boy, Eggy. Good boy, Eggy. This is making him a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to remove it and not continue that step with Egg. But I shall show you on a stuffed animal. Basically what you're wanting to do is have it tied very loosely just under their chin, just so they become comfortable with having the muzzle in their face or around their face, like so. And you would treat this entire time this process is happening. And as soon as the dog is completely comfortable with this step, it's time to move on to the next one. To do this, it's very simple. You have your treats. Good boy. Sitting. Good dog. It's your favourite dog's treat. And I'm going to put it into the bottom of the muzzle in the palm of my hand. And this will hopefully get Egg to want to enter the muzzle himself. Good boy. Good boy, Egg. Good boy. And as I'm doing this, it's very important to take, when the dog receives its treats and puts its nose into the muzzle, it's important to bring the muzzle down and away from the dog's face. This stops them from learning to pull their head back, which is the worst possible thing that a dog could want to do in a muzzle. Once this has been completed numerous times and the dog's completely comfortable with it, come on, Iggy, here you go. Then it's time to move on to the next step. Good boy. Good boy. So the next step is to try and get the dog to stay in the muzzle for an extended period of time. What's this, Eggy? Look, yummies. Egg's lost interest at this point, so I'll be showing the next step on a stuffed animal. And this is done just by constantly feeding the dog while the muzzle is on its snout. And not tying it up at all, because that could alarm the animal, but just rewarding while moving the dog's head around. Chirag uses actual baby food in his process. He said it's just easier to get the squeezy liquid food into his muzzle and into the dog's mouth. Good boy. But you could use anything. You could use chicken, you could use whatever the dog's favourite food is. This is all being done without the strap tied up at the back in order to not alarm the dog. What's this? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good dog, Egg. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Try to tip the muzzle around, just change the angle a little bit while Egg's nose is in there, just so he becomes comfortable with it. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good dog. Good dog. So once an animal is completely comfortable with this stage, which is having its head in the basket for an extended amount of time, Egg wants the biscuits but doesn't want to participate in the activity, as you can see. Eggy. But the next step is to simply tighten the strap. And the first time it's done, it should not be done tightly at all. It should just be done very loosely around the back of the head. With this harness, it goes underneath the ears. Others go above the ears. There's all different kinds. But the next stage is to just is to have the muzzle completely secure and to have the dog completely happy with having the muzzle on. Each step of these activities, or each step of this activity, should not be done for more than a few minutes at a time, because the dog can become extremely stressed. And as you know, every single dog is different. So some dogs may get this straight away and have no worries, or they could be like Egg and be happy with some stages of the activity but not with others. And it's just important to just go at the dog's pace. The dog will tell you when it's happy and when it's not.